Howdy friends, it's Willie here at Crafty Crone Corner. Welcome back. Either way, I'm so happy you're here with me today. I'm recording this on the morning of Sunday, June 30th, and I thought I would be doing my June completion video today, but I found one more kit that I wanted to do for Diamond Grandma's event, Feline Love 24. And her co-host, I believe, is Diamond Nana. I'll put their information in here. When I was organizing and going through some things last weekend, I found this kit that I didn't remember I had. I thought I had ordered it through Amazon, and I went back through my Amazon order history, and I did buy it from them. It's no longer available, so I won't put a link, but I thought this was really interesting. This was a little different than any kit I've ever had. The company says it's Diamond Double. Haven't heard of them otherwise. This was the toolkit. Oh, and back to this painting. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm a big Van Gogh nerd, and Starry Night is probably my favorite painting ever. I like black kitties, and with the black kitty in kind of the Starry Night background, I snatched this up. But this is Diamond Double's toolkit, and I'm going to have to go back and look and see if Amazon has anything else. We've got a standard white tray with a spout. It's a Mosfa style. It doesn't say Mosfa on the back, but it's that type of kit. We have a little pot of wax. Whoops. More than one. Looks like 1, 2. Is that 2 or 1? How many are you? That's awfully thick if that's just one. I think that might just be one. Let's see what the other one. Yeah, they're just 2 pretty thick plates of wax in the little circular case. Can she get it back together? Comes with, I thought this was different. I don't know, maybe in a Diamond Art Club kit. An orange drill pen with, do you have a number on it? This is a 4-placer. Comes with an orange squishy. If I can get it out of the bag. Orange squishy to go on the orange pen. Some baggies. I don't think that's enough to kit up the kit. And this is what I found a little different. Paper clips. Little baggie of paper clips. I'm not sure why. If you have any thoughts on why paper clips would come with a diamond painting kit, drop me a comment. But instead of doing my June finishes, I thought I'd do a little drill and spill today because I want to get this puppy finished. Not puppy, kitty. So I'm inviting you to a drill and spill to come do some checkerboarding with me. Hopefully I will stay in the camera here. What's a drill and spill? It's my stupid, silly rhyming term for a whip and chat. Well, what's a whip? W-I-P, not a crack that whip. Give the man some slack. Sorry. Step on a crack. Sorry, had a Devo moment there. A whip is a work in progress, and that's what this is. Found this kit, thought, oh, I can get that one in before the end of June, and now I'm starting to panic a little bit. So maybe I'll get it done. It's early enough in the day that I might get it done. We'll see. But I thought I'd do a drill and spill. Invite you to come sit with me for a few minutes while I ramble on about nothing at all and do some diamond painting. I have checkerboarded the kitty, as you can see, and some other parts. I really need to do something about my lighting here. Anyway, I've got my newest, I believe, NYX's Notions tray. Tall boy, because I can shake this bad boy and not have drills go flying everywhere. Big fan of this tray. I'm trying out a new pen. I did an unboxing of this and haven't uploaded it yet. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll upload that video tomorrow. And I tried wrestling a glue dot in there to see. I have my backup pen, which is just, I bought this from one of the budget-friendly companies. It's got seashells in it. It's a kind of a medium chunky pen, but I really like it a lot. It has a 4-placer on the end. I have been doing some multi-placing on this particular canvas, but I decided to checkerboard the kitty because there was so much black there. There were 2 bags of the 310s, and we're trying out the glue dot, and I don't know that I can actually see to do this work here. We may have to redo this setup, but hopefully we may be walking away from the glue dot. But I like this pen. This pen came from Amazon. It's just a basic. It had metal tips that screw in. I haven't been able to get this one in completely. Maybe I can do that now. I don't know that it matters, but I'm trying the glue dot because I hear lots of people talk about glue dots, and I happen to have some here. And I don't know if it's the glue dot or the lighting, but so far I'm not doing so well. So again, I mostly checkerboarded these 310s. Okay, we're going to the backup pen. And I've just got regular pink wax in here. And apparently I might need some more. I basically did checkerboarding on this out of, you know, not wanting to get really bored with what I'm doing. Let me see if I'm in the camera here. But yeah, with these big swatches of color, I do sometimes get bored, and checkerboarding keeps me from getting too bored. But I would do some checkerboarding and then go on and do part of another color, come back and do some checkerboarding. And what I mean by checkerboarding, you can kind of see, and it doesn't hurt that these kind of look like O's. The symbol is a black square. No, it's a black circle. These blacks here, I mean, this kind of looks like X's. The O's for checkers. So checkerboarding is just a way to get your drills down if you're single placing, and it tends to keep things nice and neat and keep you from getting funky lines, that kind of thing. And then once you've got your initial pattern laid out, you can just go in and kind of mindlessly plop drills in. And I thought that would be good for a drill and spill because I don't have to think too much about what color I'm placing. So how's everybody doing? I hope you've all had a good week. Work has been a little crazy, and it's going to be probably a little bit crazy for a couple of weeks. We're down a staff person or two. We had another staff person out on paternity leave. I think I just place that one. Yep, that didn't go there. We just had another person out on paternity leave. His wife had a baby. I told him he is not allowed back in the building without baby pictures. That is the price of readmission. Okay, let me nudge that over here. This is poured glue. This is a poured glue canvas, so I can nudge things around a little bit. That's very hard to do with double-sided adhesive. I recently showed a canvas that I was sort of unofficially working on for a Pride event for June. It's an older kit. It has double-sided adhesive. It's hard to zhuzh the drills around a lot. And I tend to do that a lot when I diamond paint, because I'll drop something or I'll get it like a little bit off and I want to zhuzh it around, move it around. And you just can't do that with the double-sided tape. I'm sorry. I'm a little off. I've been up for like 2.5 hours. Still drinking my coffee. Still not, and I keep hitting the springs on my camera stand. Sorry about that. Didn't sleep very well last night. Didn't sleep much last night. And I decided that rather than trying to go back to sleep and sleep in this morning, because tomorrow is Monday and I have to get up and go to work, I decided that I would just get up at 7 o'clock, which is what I normally do, and go about my day. And then maybe I can get to bed at a normal time. I usually get up a little bit later on the weekend, and then I go to bed a little bit later, and then I have a really hard time waking up on Monday. Well, I have a hard time falling asleep Sunday night, and then I have a hard time waking up on Monday. First world problems, right? We've been going through a hot spell again here in the Maryland suburbs. My best friend since kindergarten said, "Oh, I finally watched one of your videos." And she said, "I had to laugh because you said you lived in the DC suburbs of Maryland." I'm like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, I probably did, because I tend to flub things up pretty often. No, I live in the Maryland suburbs of DC. So, Mrs. Schmeckman, if you're watching this, let me know if I got it right this time. Yes, I live in the Maryland suburbs of DC. We refer to this area as the DMV. Whoops, this one's upside down. Let's get you right side up. The DMV, which does not stand for the Department of Motor Vehicles. It is the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. That's what, if you hear me refer to the DMV, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm really hoping I can get this one done. It's funny, as I'm doing this work, I'm seeing other colors that I've missed. Every time this little X, not an X, it's a plus sign. This little plus sign, A23, it's a darker blue. It is all over this canvas, and every time I think I've gotten them all and I close the bag up again, I find one of these little boogers. There's one over here somewhere too, I think. And I keep opening the bag up, laying some drills, closing the bag up, and then I'm doing something else, and I'm like, oh, jeepers, there's another one. And if I was like a grown-up diamond painter and worked in nice, neat sections the way a lot of people do, that probably wouldn't happen to me. But I'm a little chaotic as a general rule. I'm having trouble picking these up. Hope I don't make any really weird screechy noises while I'm trying to slide these around in the tray. That can happen with these 3D printed trays. Something about the filament, I guess. Good grief, I lost my train of thought. Just like that. Coffee. And this is my second cup of coffee, so this is how I am in the morning sometimes. But yeah, there are people who work nice, neat sections. Now, because of all the drills that are laid here, I don't have the plastic sheet over here. This is this a 40 by 40? Oh, they're really technical, 38 by 38. And I don't think I have a ruler or a tape measure where I'm sitting right now to see if that's the actual image size or canvas size. On a painting this size, I don't feel a need to do it. When I do 30 by 40 centimeters, I don't feel a need to section it off. But some people will take their cover sheet and section it off really nicely with washi tape, and then they'll cut the canvas and just work on that particular section. Or they'll take release papers and put release papers down and pull a release paper up and just work on that section and get that whole entire section done at once. And I absolutely see the logic in that. And I may be doing that with at least one of my projects for July. But I'm so random and chaotic. Again, I started this one out. I always start in the bottom right corner. Well, I almost always start in the bottom right corner and then work my way over and up. And as I'm working over, I decided to just finish checkerboarding the kitty. So, and parts of the other dark areas around the kitty. Now, I went ahead and here, I just filled everything in eventually. I decided to leave the kitty for later because, again, there were 2 bags of black, 1 bag of everything else, and some of these colors had very little. Let's see, can I pick this up? These drills came in the gray train, not gravy train, gray train, which means there were bags put together and then you just cut them apart. You can see how full. This is the second bag of 310s. So that's a lot of 3, and I just spilled a bunch of them. Chaos. My mother should have given me that as my middle name. Oh, there's one there. I'll do that later. There's a lot of black. I get bored easily. So, I did the checkerboarding, did some other colors, and now I'm coming back to fill this in. I'll probably get bored of this around the time I end this video. That's probably when I'll end the video, either when I run out of things to say, or I just really get tired of placing black drills. So I'm going to go back and checkerboard this for a while and then go back and do some of the other colors. These check marks here are an AB. Oh, and the P's are ABs too. Wherever there's a P, where are there P's? There are some here, some here. I thought, yeah, there are some up here too. So this actually has 2 AB drills. AB drills, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. That means there's an extra coating on the drills that gives it an extra sparkle. Aurora Borealis, think of the Northern Lights. It's that kind of thing, and it also kind of reflects on the colors that are around it. So it just adds a special extra sparkle and shine to the diamond painting, and it can be used very nicely to highlight things, especially if you've got, you know, the moon, got some stars. This will be up here, the white ABs. I think they're white. 3846. A version of white, maybe. The drills are over on a different workspace. So that'll be up here in the moon to give that extra sparkle. And actually this pen will be good to use for those. ABs are notorious for being problematic to lay down correctly or properly or easily. If you have fresh wax in the tip of your pen, and I have seen this demonstrated in my own diamond painting career, if you have fresh, clean wax in your pen, AB drills will pull the wax out of the tip of your pen. So I tend to usually have a pen that I lay aside, or I, like this one, the wax is getting kind of not so good in this pen, and will need to be refreshed before too long. I'll use this for a while to pick up the AB drills, because dirty wax wax usually is more successful. The AB drills don't pull dirty wax out of your pen so much. I also have some wax pencils that I use occasionally for AB drills. They will work for a certain period of time. And then I've just discovered Joy's Putty. Have any of you used that? I heard some people talking about it. Heard. You know, on YouTube and Facebook groups, that sort of thing. Heard. And I found her Facebook group. You order through her Facebook group. She does not have an Etsy shop. She does all of her dealings through her Facebook group. And I placed an order for her wax, and her wax is specifically made. Oh, there's a green one that dropped somewhere. She has a putty that she developed specifically for use on AB drills. So I placed a small order to try some of that out, and I'm really looking forward to that coming in the mail and trying that out, seeing how it works. Because AB drills can just, while they're really pretty, they can be a pain in the tushy to work with. So anything to make that process easier and less painful, and that drill is upside down. I really need to get better lighting here for the place where I record. Yeah. So the only event that I did officially for June was Diamond Grandma's Diamond Grandma and Diamond Nana, excuse me, their Feline Love 24. And if I get this done today, this will be the 5th canvas that I did for that event. Which I'm pretty happy with, and I'm pretty happy with the pieces that I finished for the event, and I'm looking forward to showing you everything that I did in June. That video may come later today. It may be uploaded tomorrow. Well, I said I would have to do my pen unboxing tomorrow. I also have a custom pen that I've been afraid to use. because it's just so pretty. And maybe I'll post that video later today, just because I got so giggly and fangirly over a pen. It's kind of ridiculous. It's so pretty. I'm afraid of it. Did you ever get like that with any of your tools? That one fell. Did it fall on the canvas or in the tray? It's always a good idea to brush. If you're me, brush your canvases at some point, because there may be drills that fell on top of other drills, and if they're dark drills and they fall on one of these dark areas, you can't really see them. I've got to say, the drills with this kit are very good. I haven't had a whole lot of problem with them. And I'm working with the 310s, and if you're going to have trouble with your drills, it's probably going to be with the 310s. And I really haven't had a lot of problems at all. There have been a couple that have been misshapen, that had a little bit of extra skirting or flash or whatever you want to call it, but not a lot. And there have been plenty of drills, except for this one color that I managed to drop on the floor not once, but twice, 2 times. I dropped these drills on the floor. I nearly gave up. And I dropped them on the floor twice in the same day. I'm just like, okay, it's time for you to step away from this for a little bit and go do something else. It's funny because I have notes for a drill and spill topic that I want to do at some point. That's basically learning from my mistakes, the mistakes that I have made as a diamond painter. And I think the first thing I put down is there's no sense crying over spilled drills. And I nearly came to tears the second time I spilled these drills. So I picked up a bunch of them from the carpeting. And I think I have one of that color left without going back down on the floor. So once I get this complete and know that I have enough of that particular color, there's another one that tried to escape. Where are you? You're a black drill, so you can just flip over and fit right there. Maybe? No? Are you a little bitty one? Yeah, I need better lighting. But yeah, once I know that I had enough of that particular color, I will vacuum under my chair and table so that I am not tracking drills all over the apartment, which I do anyway. Yeah. The perils of diamond painting. Okay. I don't know if I can show this to you. See, there's just a little bitty thing there. That's kind of what I've been running into with these drills. Really no problem. I'll have to look, because this is out of stock. My Amazon order history did not tell me how much I paid for this kit. So I will look and see if I was being a good girl at the time that I bought it and writing down my purchases in my diamond painting logbook. If I can find it. There's another one of those addition signs, plus signs. Ugh. Have mercy. If I can find how much I paid for it, I will put it in the description box. And I want to check, I want to check Amazon to see if they have any more of these, because I'm really happy with this kit. Even I did not use the toolkit, I used other things. The back of this is really nice. It's kind of that flocked, soft canvas. Not quite as soft as some of the really premium companies, but I've been really, really, really happy with this kit overall. You can see, unlike a lot of the premium kits, the edges of the canvas are scalloped and they have holes poked in them to keep the canvas from fraying, which I've rarely, if ever, had a problem. I don't know about the rest of you. Have you had problems with canvases actually fraying? I haven't really run into it, but I'm sure it's a thing, because if there's any kind of fabric-like material involved in the canvas, a lot of fabrics can fray. Not all of them, but you know, your standard cotton, linen, polyester, woven fabric, anything woven pretty much will fray. I have a little bit of a sewing experience under my belt, not a lot. I am not a seamstress by any stretch of the imagination. Outside of home ec classes in junior high, I've basically done some very basic costuming for medieval reenactment kind of things. And I really can't see well enough, especially because I'm working with black drills. I'm having trouble with the lighting here, so I really need to address that soon. So, folks, talk to me in the comments. I'd like to hear how you're doing, how your weather has been. We actually got rain overnight in the form of thunderstorms, which didn't really bother me. When I woke up, I heard the thunder, but the thunder did not wake me up. I heard some a little bit this morning when I woke up to use the facilité around 5 o'clock. But we really needed it. We hadn't had any substantial rainfall in over a week, and my landlords and the neighbors on both sides of us have really beautiful hydrangea plants, and they've been looking really droopy recently. Between the heat and the lack of rain, they've just been droopy, and I love hydrangeas. Hydrangeas, tomato. Let's call the whole... No. I think they're beautiful, especially the multicolored ones, which the neighbors to the left, as you're standing in the street looking at the house, the neighbors to the left have really pretty multicolored hydrangeas, and they're just gorgeous, but they've been looking very sad. So hopefully they've perked up a little bit with the rain. I think it's supposed to get up to around 90 or more today. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to be 80. Which means my head might explode, because when the temperatures and the pressures change really drastically, sometimes Willie's head go. But we'll see. Not always. According to my ENT specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist, I don't have problems with my sinuses. My sinuses beg to differ with him, but, you know, he scoped me, which was a weird process, and I giggled because the scope tickled, even though he numbed me. I could feel it tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. All right, I'm getting silly. And I'm having trouble picking up drills. Oh, look, it fell. Yay. Oh, come on. It's being difficult. All right, there, I got it. And I think I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I need a pet. I could talk about a pet. I could talk about one of my friend's pets, one of my friend's little wiener dog. Look, there's another one. 1, 2, 3 on this side. Jeez Louise. You know, and then if I get my blues out and fill those in, I'll find more somewhere else. It's ridiculous. My friend's little wiener dog had to have teeth out this week, and she probably has to have more out. And on the day when that was happening, another bestie was having a stress test. So it was an eventful week for, medically speaking, for my friends. I am going to see an endocrinologist on Monday, tomorrow. I thought my doctor was going to put me on insulin when I went to see her last month, but she said, instead, let's send you to an endocrinologist and let you work that out with an endocrinologist. So we shall see. My sugars are not well controlled. They're not as bad as they were, say, 6 months to a year ago, but they're still not good. And I was kind of getting ready, preparing myself to go on insulin, and then the doctor said, well, let's send you to an endocrinologist. And I thought, great. So we'll see what she decides. My mother used insulin for many years. She put it off for as long as she could. Am I even in camera range? I just knocked the toolkit off. Am I in camera range? And then once she was on it, she said she didn't know why she fought it for so long. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll be in a similar situation when my time comes, because I'm fairly certain that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I'm already, showing some effects from having elevated sugars for a long time. I do have some... All right, I dropped a drill somewhere. Where'd you go? I do have some neuropathy in my feet. I have some diabetic retinopathy going on in my eyes. Not to the point where it's actually affecting my vision. But if it continues to get worse, it will eventually. And I kind of want to be able to see, especially so I can keep diamond painting. I have a lot of kits that are waiting for me to retire. And I want to be able to see when I retire so I can actually work on them. So you can kind of see, hopefully, where I'm going with the checkerboarding. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting a little boring here. I don't want to bore everybody. If you have made it this far in the video, maybe drop me a moon in the comments. A moon or a sun, either one. If there are black kitties in emojis, like there might be, like for the Halloween season, feel free to drop a black kitty down in the comments. Let me know if you have any Van Gogh stuff in your stash or that you've completed. I absolutely love Van Gogh. And just let me know how you're doing and how your weather is. And if you're in one of the places where it has been very hot recently, please take care of yourselves. Make sure you're hydrating. Look after your pets. Bring them in from the heat if they tend to spend time outdoors. Of course, unless you have like horses, they might be hard to bring indoors. But I'm sure you've got fans and plenty of water in their barns, their living spaces, their stables. Just take care of yourselves, your pets, any older folks you have in your sphere, any vulnerable adults, children that you may have within your world. Look in on folks, make sure they're staying cool, make sure they're staying hydrated, and that the heat isn't getting to them. There are people who die in these heat events, and I don't want that happening to anybody close to you, anybody you love. So folks, I hope I haven't bored you to tears. If you didn't know what checkerboarding was, I hope you got a little bit of an introduction to that. Again, a lot of people multi-place. When I multi-place, I look at it and I can tell I'm multi-placed because I get gaps in things. It's less noticeable with rounds than it is with squares, and this is a round kit. But I find that I can tell still. I haven't gotten really good with the multi-placing yet. But I think for me, checkerboarding takes off some of the boredom that can be associated with doing these really large swaths of color. See all of this up, there's a green that I missed. Maybe that's that little green there that was on the canvas. But these large swaths of black, there are some blues in here. But for me, it helps cut the boredom a little bit, keeps me from getting bored. And I kind of enjoy it. It's one of the things that I like about diamond painting. So talk to me in the comments, folks. I love hearing from people. I've been really bad about responding. Maybe when I need to take a break from this later on, I will do that. Actually, I need to take a break now and make myself some breakfast because so far I've just had my coffee. So thanks so much for visiting with me. Hopefully I will have this as a finish in my June finishes video, which will probably come to you tomorrow or Tuesday. I have some ridiculously unrealistic plans for July when it comes to diamond painting, and I will share those with you at some point so you can point and giggle and say I told you so when things don't get finished. But I'm really back into the diamond painting right now, and I'm really getting a lot of pleasure out of it. So I've got my lofty, unachievable, maybe achievable, not terribly realistic, but possibly achievable plans for July. So friends, talk to me. Tell me what you've done during June. How many canvases maybe that you've done? What's your favorite thing that you've done during June? And I'll see you real soon. I'm going to try to get out a video every day the coming week. Again, that may be a little impractical and unrealistic, but I'm going to try. So until then, friends, stay healthy, stay hydrated, take good care of yourselves and those you love. And until the next time, try to find time to do something every day that makes you happy. Until the next time, friends, bye-bye.